Hello everyone, this is Selvamani, Assistant Professor of English Department, Shakti College of Arts and Science for Women, Ottanchitram. Today we are going to discuss about the Renaissance in Social History of England, Chapter 1. Okay, what is meant by Renaissance? Renaissance literally means rebirth. The word usually used with reference to the revival of learning of classical literature between the 14th and 16th century. But it was more than that. During this period, there developed a spirit of inquiry, a spirit of freedom of thought and action. Men were no longer willing to accept without questioning the teachings, the superstitions, and the customs of the past. There was a tendency to develop a critical attitude towards medieval institutions. Social, political, and religious ideas were all revolutionized. In short, a great change was taking place in men's attitude towards themselves and the world. It was as though a new life had begun. In the word of Professor Jip, the Renaissance, is the largest sense of the term, is the process of transition in Europe from the medieval to modern orders. The word Renaissance suggests different things to different people. To a student of social history of the word suggested that breaking up of the regime of feudalism and chivalry and the birth of new social conditions. To a students of religions, evolution is suggested the Reformation and Counter-Reformation. To the lover of art and literature, Renaissance means the recovery of the masterpiece of the ancient world and the revived knowledge of Greek and Latin. There was certain inventions and discoveries which contributed to the general movement of the Renaissance. Of these, the most important was invention of the printing press. The art of printing was introduced into Europe by John Gutenberg of Germany in 1454, and in a few years presses were established in every important town of Western and Central Europe. The first Latin Bible was printed in 1455 at Mainz in Germany. The art of printing reached Italy in 1465, Switzerland in 1467, France in 1470, Austria and the Netherlands in 1473. The first printing press in London itself, as distinct from Westminster, was set up in 1480. All these presses printed mostly Latin books, but books in English were printed for the first time only in 1483. The immediate effect of the books became cheaper and more plentiful. In the Middle Ages, the production of books was a slow process because they had to be produced by a copyist of the monasteries. So another invention of a great importance was the mariner compass, which enabled sailors to undertake longer voyages than had hitherto been possible. Before this invention, navigators could not venture far out of sight of land. After the compass came into use, the explorations of the distant seas became possible. Until then, accepted ideas of the world's shape and size were found to be false. With the inventions of the telescope a century later, observers could scan the sky, which made the beginning of the social of astronomy. The true position of the Earth in the solar system was realized, and the former teaching on this matter was the discredited. The Renaissance in literature may be said to have begun in England with Sir Thomas More, his most famous work, Utopia, which is a Greek word meaning now here, was written in Latin and first published in 1560. The English translation was published in 1551. The contemporary and friend of More was Erasmus, a Dutchman by birth but settled in England. He was one of the last European writers who wrote in Latin. His most famous work was The Price of Folly. He also published an edition of the New Testament which contains parallel columns of original Greek text with a new Latin rendering of his own. But Spenser, the author of the first greater English epic Fairy Queen, is the transformative poet of the English Renaissance. The genius of Renaissance in England found its fullest expressions in the romantic drama, a good bulk of which was written by Shakespeare. Other memorable names of the Renaissance period are Ben Jonson, Francis Bacon, and Christopher Marlowe, the father of English tragedy. Apart from the study of the classics in their original, the period of Renaissance was also an age of translation. Virgil, Ovid, Cicero, Demosthenes, and Plutarch were all translated into English. The first part of Chapman's Homer appeared in 1598. This translation enabled even those who did not know Greek and Latin to share the fund of classical literature. The peoples like Shakespeare, who knew little Latin and less Greek, became familiar with the classical mythology. So next we can see archetype of Renaissance. The name of closely associated with the Renaissance in art and literature are those of Michelangelo, Raphael, and Leonardo da Vinci. They well all-rounded poets, painter, and sculptors. Architecture, like other branches of learning, underwent a classical revival which spread over the whole of Europe. So I hope you understand the video. We will meet in next video. Thank you for the watching.